Once again, guys, hello. I am going to continue with the Instagram clone, and I'm gonna make the backend today. So let's get started. Uh, I first went out and Googled a to do backend because I realized that a to do I can make it equivalent to a photo, and a to do list I can make it equivalent as a user. So a to do list has a list of to dos, and a user has a list of photos. And so I'm going to be using Node, Express, and Postgres as a database, and I'm going to use a SQLized as an interface between Node and the database. And so essentially, just Googled how to make a to-do backend with using Node and Postgres and SQLize. Um, I mean, there's other different kinds of databases out there, other types of uh, and other types of interfaces that you could use. But since I know or realize that these are popular, I'm gonna go with this. So I'm just gonna follow the steps on here. Change into the desktop. Here we're making a folder on the desktop. Guessing that's where the project files are gonna go, but I'm gonna rename it. So insta clone API. Oh, there it is. And cd into it. Oh, sorry. I'm also assuming you know how to work with Node, so y'all know that this will make the JSON file. Now we're gonna use Express and install some of the dependencies. Okay. And create a file. Okay, so now let's go back here and open it in whatever text editor you use. I like to use Atom. Open this up, app.js, and copy this in there. So you require all of the dependencies, set up the Express app. This will, when you run a endpoint on the terminal, it'll print out what endpoint got hit and the time it took to send the response. And people familiar with Express or Node know what these do. Okay, save that. Inside the bin folder created. Inside the bin, create a file called www. New file www. So this is just gonna be the entry point of the application. Install NodeMon. I I do plan in the future to make videos on how, just in case people are coming to this video and they don't know what everything that I'm doing. I have separate videos to explain what NodeMon does, Morgan, body parser, what Express is, what NPM is, what the JSON is, the package.json is. So this is definitely not an entry level uh, tutorial. It's meant to show how I work and how people can learn from me and how to approach a project. So yeah, save that. Okay, NodeMon. And we go to the package.json folder. It says here we need to add this, so that way on the terminal we can simply put in the command to start up NodeMon. And I'll just get rid of the dev just to make it easier. And to see. And so now when we run it, we should get the this. Wait, no. When we run it, it's gonna set up the server, and when we hit the endpoint, we should get this message. And we're gonna test the endpoint by using Postman. So let's go ahead and start the server. Hopefully everything is working. Okay, now we get out Postman. I think this is running on port 8000. So yeah, here we go. It's a GET request, send. There you go. So this is the first part of this tutorial. I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here, and then see you on the next one. Thanks for listening.